How many times have we seen this in the morning? We light the pan to melt the fat, and the carbon that settled on the bottom overnight oozes to the top. This is what we're aiming to get rid of today. The pan's heated up. We need to check the temperature before we filter. The optimum filtering temperature is 150 degrees C. We'll take a look at the components we'll be using today. The filter support mesh, which goes on the bottom, the filter frame, flexible scraper, activated carbon super pad, T-bar, infrared digital thermometer. We'll now place the components in the machine. Filter support mesh first, in the bottom. Activated carbon super pad. Take note where the tab is for lifting the pad out afterwards. We don't want to push that down with the filter frame. We won't get a good seal if we do. Filter frame goes in against the tab, and then the T-bar locks everything in position. The filter machine should be left on heat for approximately 10 to 15 minutes depending on the time of the year before the machine can be used to melt the solid fats within the machine. We've got to make sure that the main gas or the heat to the pan is turned off before we start to filter, and we've got to sieve the pan to get the large particles out first so that it doesn't block the nozzle. Then we're going to take our sample of unfiltered oil before we start, and we'll put that up into the top box. We're now going to put the machine into the pump position with the green light on and turn to extract. The machine will extract the main body of the oil in just over a minute. When we get down towards the bottom of the pan, the nozzle starts to suck air and oil at the same time and slows down. We have to then encourage the remainder of the oil into the nozzle by using the nozzle as a scoop. Once the pan is empty, then we give it a quick wipe out with a dishcloth to get all the carbon particles off the bottom of the pan. And now we'll come back to the machine. We'll put the machine onto filter return just for a few seconds while we take our second sample. The hot oil or fat only needs to be recirculated within the machine with the latest filters for about 30 seconds just to flush the lines out. Now we'll carry on returning the filtered oil or fat back into the pan from the machine. This process will take just over a minute. Once the machine is empty, and we're almost there now, remove the soil filter and dispose of it. Give the machine a clean with a damp cloth. Don't introduce any water into the machine at all. Fit a fresh filter and you're ready for the following day. We'll now compare the samples. One on the right is unfiltered, one on the left is filtered. We'll lift them down and have a closer look, and you'll see the vast difference between them. When used on a daily basis, the filter machine keeps fresh oil fresh for longer, vastly improves the quality of the food that's cooked in the oil. Have a look at the samples and ask yourself the question: which oil or fat would you prefer your fish and chips to be cooked in?